Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Friday, February 25th, 2022. Time is 4:48 p.m. Yes, Jersey time. And actually, we're down at the Jersey Shore Jersey time because right behind me is the bay. And you will cross the bay and you can see New York City from where I'm at. I'm down at the Bayshore Waterfront Park. Okay, so this is a story. A couple of people have been asking me when I'm going to do it, and I'm finally getting around to it. There are so many stories out there about bad cops that come out every day. I really just cannot keep up with it. I need like an intern or something that could start doing the stories for me. So anyway, this is reported on February 22nd, 2022, and it reads as follows. New Jersey police chief placed on leave after employee alleges rape in lawsuit. Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't read the story. Based on what I know about these well-trained professional heroes, they got a problem with their dicks, okay? Sorry, ladies, don't mean to offend you or anything like that. But it's pretty, I think we all can safely say that many of these heroes have a problem with their private parts, and they don't know how to control it, and they think because they're police officers they can just do what the hell they want and get away with it. And in most cases they probably do. So here we go. Here's the story. Take a good look. Alright, let's find out. I have not read the story, just seen the headlines. The chief of Manville Police Department, Manville, that's northwest Jersey from where I'm. Yeah, it's north and then west. The chief of the Manville Police Department has been placed on temporary leave after a veteran employee alleged in a civil lawsuit that he repeatedly sexually assaulted her at work and raped her at her home in a prolonged pattern and practice of abhorrent sexual harassment that continued for 13 years. Okay, so you all got the same thought I have. Why is this taking 13 years to do something about it? Why did she wait that long? Because, in my opinion, she's setting up a pattern that, hey, this is okay. Police Chief Thomas J. Herbst, that's Herbst, who has worked for the department for 30 years, is accused of masturbating in front of the woman at the police department and touching her inappropriately on a regular basis while he was a lieutenant and her supervisor, according to a lawsuit filed last week. I wonder if she's got video of him sitting there spanking it.
Say what?
He later raped the woman approximately 10 times in the police archive room and began to regularly rape her at home and in the hotel parking lot during her lunch hour, the lawsuit alleges. Okay, so I'm just speculating. What I'm saying, I have no idea if it's true or not. But my question is this lady retarded? How can you allow this to go on for that length of time?
Man, you stupid bitch!
So, I want to say, what responsibility does she have in this? What, if she had a little relationship with him and now broke up and now she's scornful and trying to get even or something? You know, I'm not sticking up for this chief, but, you know, as the old saying, something's rotten in Denmark, you know? Something's not smelling right here. He raped her at home in a hotel parking lot during her lunch hour, the lawsuit alleged. Herbst did not respond to requests made at his home and through his office to comment on the allegations made in the civil lawsuit, February 15th in Somerset County Superior Court. The Manville Borough Council convened an emergency meeting Thursday. What do you look like an emergency meeting? Hey, dude, can you get me over here? We got to make a meeting real quick. They make it sound like, you know, emergency meeting. Oh, we got to drop everything we're doing, run down there. Lights flashing. Meeting Thursday and voted unanimously to place the chief on paid temporary what do you mean paid? An attorney for Manville said they should put that lady on paid administrative leave. Another officer has been placed in charge of the department while the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office investigates the allegations. Now, this is a civil lawsuit for those out there who don't realize or know, civil lawsuit is not the civil court is not the same as criminal court. In criminal court, you must be proved beyond a reasonable doubt that you did it. In civil court, you only have to prove 51% that the person did it, and then you win. So it's a preponderance of evidence, not guilty beyond reasonable doubt. It's 51%, people. That's all you got to prove. Okay, the Manville mayor and council were both shocked and surprised by the civil actions which was recently filed against the police department and the borough. The officers involved in these allegations have been placed on temporary... What do you mean officers? There's more than one? The officers involved in these allegations have been placed on temporary administrative leave with pay, said Franklin Whittlesey, the borough's labor counsel. Deputy Chief Frank Roma Jr. from the Somerset County Prosecutor said his office is investigating, but he declined to comment. It's an internal affairs investigation being led by the prosecutor. Now, I'm just gonna throw this out here. I'm making a prediction. This police chief has 30 years in, which means he's gonna get a nice pension. I'm sure he's probably making $170,000, $180,000 a year. I'll be willing to bet the 50 cents in my pocket that he will step down and retire so as not to have any problems. That's what he'll do. The woman whom NJ Advanced Media is not identifying because she is an alleged victim of sexual violence declined to comment. Her attorney also declined to comment on either the lawsuit or the borough council's vote to place the chief on temporary leave. The woman is also... okay, so she's on paid administrative leave from the police department, and a decision that was made with input from her and attorneys to give the investigation time to play out. And give time to figure out how they can rewrite the narrative so the chief won't get as much trouble and the town won't have to pay out as much money. The woman said in court papers she was a single mother. Well, there you go. There's the problem right there. A single mother when the alleged assaults began, and she feared losing her job at the police department if she reported the misconduct. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it. I think there's more to this story. I think her and the chief had something going on, and it got to a point where maybe she had enough, or the relationship went sour, and here we are. Because women can be like this. I'm sorry, ladies. I know you don't want to hear some of this. Just from a man's point of view. Some of these women can turn on you in a dime. And she feared retaliation. Well, she got to know that she could go to the prosecutor's office and let them know, and then they'll investigate things. The woman's... Why didn't she maybe get one of those pen cameras or something, put it in her pocket, or put her phone on record or something? I'm not getting all this. The woman said in court papers she was a single mother when the alleged assaults began, and she feared losing her job at the police department if she reported the misconduct. She feared retaliation from Hertz if she reported his conduct, and she also suspected that if she did report it, he would deny the entire incident or claim that this one-sided self-gratifying sexual conduct was consensual. The lawsuit said, whether it's consensual or not, let's just assume that he did it, okay? He rubbed one off, she stood there and watched him do it, and it was consensual. He did it at work. How many people out there you can go to work, find one of your co-workers while you're on the clock and rub one out and expect not to get in trouble? Even if you're off the job, it's still not a smart thing to do. So his little excuse there is not holding water for me. She came forward now partly because she is retirement age and no longer needs the police department's job to support her family. Wait a second. She's a single mother and she's retirement age. I mean, what age is retirement over there? I mean, in the private sector, 62 is kind of you start thinking about retiring. Of course, I know these cops, they all retire. They get the job at 25 and they retire at 55, start collecting. The female employee also alleged in her lawsuit that, okay, here we go, more information, that 3 Manville police officers were present when one jokingly pointed a shotgun at her earlier this month after the chief allegedly said he disliked her and wanted her to leave the department. Uh-oh. So now you see the pieces of the puzzle starting to fit together here. I guess he got a little tired of his shenanigans with her, and she's getting a little tired of it, and he's going to kick her to the side like a piece of garbage, and now here she is. She's got a retirement in line, and she's got enough pull now to confront him and go after. Manville, so there's other three police officers involved in this, so one of them is going to, they're not going to lose their jobs or get in trouble over this chief, that's for sure. Manville officials did not name the officer's place on leave or give any of the details of the allegations against him. Well, you could certainly find out. Just do an OBRA request of payroll records. Oh no, because they'd be paid to leave. Okay, yeah, that won't work. Never mind. The Manville Police Department is presently under the supervision of Manville Police Lieutenant Craig Jeremiah as temporary officer in charge of the department, pending input from the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office as the office continues its investigation. The allegations they said Whittlesey, the borough's labor council. Wow, this is a lengthy story. Herbst was sworn in as the 9th Chief of Police in Manville in October 2020, less than a year before the small Somerset County borough made national news and got a visit from President Joe Biden. Yeah, big deal. Who cares about him? The new chief had been with the department since 1991 when he graduated from the Somerset Police Academy. Over the years, he was promoted sergeant, lieutenant. I wonder how many wards he has. Over the years, he was promoted from sergeant to lieutenant to captain and patrol commander, and served in every division of the police department. He was sworn in as chief in 2020 and said he was humbled by his new job. Yeah, he was humbled. He's making probably almost close to 6 figures. Well, I should say close to 200,000. She alleged her sexual misconduct began in 2008 when she was given a private office near his office. In November, December of that year, Herbst called her into his office to tell her to go home early because it was snowing. While they were speaking, he began masturbating in front of her. The law says, so is it like, look at the weather out there. Looks like it's going to snow. And by the way, take a look.
Come on, man. Is the sun getting to you?
She went home, told no one about the incident, and did not speak to Herbst about it. The lawsuit said Herbst began to regularly come to her office, put his hand inside her shirt, and masturbate in front of her about once a week from 2009 to 2015. Wow. Have they done any DNA sampling in the room? He allegedly would say regularly, I don't know why I do this. This is so wrong and I shouldn't be doing this to you, the court papers said. Well, the woman also told Herbst he should not be touching her because he was married, but the alleged assaults did not stop. At some point in time, Herbst regressed from self-gratification to rape, the lawsuit said. Herbst first raped the woman in the police department's empty archive room while she said no and stop. Did she say don't stop? Don't. Stop. Don't. Stop. No, I'm just kidding there. This is a serious matter here. Lawsuit, he allegedly raped her approximately 10 times in the same room over the years, ordering her to meet him in the archives and wear skirts and thigh-high stockings to work. Well, I would say see if you can get some of the old video and see if she's wearing skirts and thigh-high stockings. When she did not obey Herbst's instruction, he would say to her that she was disobeying an order, the lawsuit alleged. Later, Herbst began following her home for lunch and raped her in her living room or took her to a hotel parking lot and assaulted her in the car, according to the allegations. He also took her to a hotel room once, telling her she was disobeying an order if she didn't go inside. Herbst's alleged sexual assault stopped in 2018 after the woman got a new position in a less private office in the police department, the lawsuit said. But in January 2021, a few months after he was promoted to chief, Herbst allegedly came to the woman's office and slid his hand inside her bra. She responded, no, this is not going to start again, you're married. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so let's analyze that statement right there. No, this is not going to start again, you're married. So what are you saying? If he wasn't married, it'd be okay? Because that's how I read into this. She should have just said, no, I don't want you feeling me up, you big jerk, you rapist. But to say, no, start again, you're married, that's to me, that statement right there says she played a role in this. I'm not saying what he did is right, because what he did is not right. if he did any of it on public property. Now, if he went to her house and did it, that's a different story. But doing it on public property while on the clock, that is an impressive misconduct as far as I'm concerned. Following her refusal, the chief began to speak with other senior officers about how much he disliked the woman and wished she would leave the apartment. Yeah, because he doesn't want her around anymore. He's not getting no poo-tang out of it. Early this month, an officer brought a shotgun into the apartment while he was moving a weapon between cars. The woman said one senior officer took the shotgun, pointed the weapon at her, cocked it, and asked her what she wanted from him while laughing. The lawsuit said, "What kind of department is this?" The shotgun incident was a catalyst that prompted a woman who is now retirement age and no longer supporting a family to speak out about the years of alleged mistreatment she suffered at the police department. The court papers said she has been with the department for more than 20 years. She is asking for a jury trial and an unspecified amount of damage, including money for back pay, future pay, pain and suffering, severe emotional distress, psychological injuries, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's my final thoughts on this. I'm sure, in my opinion, I think it all took place. I believe he did these things, but I believe she played a role in it. That doesn't mean that what he did was right. I think it's wrong what he did. That was stupid what he did. And what more can you do? The damage is done. I think she waited way too long. But we don't know all the story we don't know the information to the story. I can only read what I read here, but I think she had something to do with it. She played a role in it. I think he's wrong for what he did, and if he in fact did these things while on the job, he should be fired and lose his pension, in my opinion. You know, you're going to do all these sexual things. You don't do it at the job. You take it home and do it. And he's going to put his resignation and retire, and who knows. But once again, you got a bad cop, bad behavior, and it's going to end up costing taxpayers. They're going to settle this lawsuit. That's what's going to happen. They're going to give her $1 million or $500,000, whatever it's going to be. They're going to give it to her. They're going to shut her up because if she has enough information, and one of these three officers comes forward and says, "Yeah, this did happen, and I don't feel good about it," they're not going to want to take it to trial because they don't have any control as to what the damage awards would be. So, okay, another cop that can't control his dick has gotten in trouble and most likely will cost the taxpayers money. I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. We will put this link in the description. Go read the whole story yourself. Till next time, people.